So Nolan, you just testified before the House Public Utilities Committee. Please tell us a little bit about what you discussed.
Sure. So we went through an outline today of why the Senate Bill 221 Ohio's landmark clean energy law works, both the renewable energy provisions and the energy efficiency provisions. On renewable energy, we talked about individual projects, we talked about jobs, we talked about the great growth that Ohio has seen in renewable energy development. On the energy efficiency side, we talked about consumer savings. So energy efficiency programs are being implemented right now by Ohio utilities. They're working with customers to try to help them to save energy, lowering their bills, lowering their costs. This saves us from harmful emissions from our traditional coal-fired power fleet. And it's a low-cost resource. So we communicated that today. We communicated how low-cost this resource is, how many jobs are being created, and why we're really hitting a home run here in Ohio with clean energy and energy efficiency.
Could you just talk a little bit more about the overall impact of today's discussion with the House Public Utilities Committee?
Absolutely. So I think the major goal today for the OEC was to confront legislators with the reality about the success of our energy efficiency and renewable energy resource standards, and the reality of the costs of coal, which is Ohio's most prevalent generation resource. There's a perception out there that coal energy is cheap. It's not. And so that's what we communicated today. We talked about all the extra costs associated with coal. Coal produces a lot of emissions, a lot of harmful health impacts. Somebody has to pay for that. Many times it's the taxpayer. Additionally, coal creates tremendous environmental impact, and that has value too. So we discussed that as well. We discussed impacts associated with climate change, land disturbance, a whole host of issues. So we communicated the success and the growth of renewable energy and energy efficiency, and we talked about the damage that coal energy has caused to the state.
Great. Well, thanks, Nolan. And that was a summary of the Ohio Environmental Council's testimony today before the Ohio House Public Utilities Committee on oversight of Ohio's energy policies.